It's a hot summer morning in Barrio Logan. Students are gathering at the Barrio Logan College Institute for the San Diego Opera's educational outreach program, Words and Music.
You guys, everybody come on in so we can get you introduced. Give everybody a chance to meet everybody.
What this is, of course, is the Words and Music program of San Diego Opera. And the kids here at Barrio Logan College Institute chose Diary of a Wimpy Kid by Jeff Kinney to set into a musical theater piece or a quasi-opera.
Nick Reveles is the Geisel Director of Education and Outreach. Cynthia Stokes is the teaching artist.
San Diego Opera launched the Words and Music program in 2001, and the idea really was to create a program for students who generally weren't finding success in traditional ways in the classroom.
Jose Cruz is the Executive Director of the Barrio Logan College Institute, one of the new and non-traditional organizations the opera works with at the Barrio Logan College Institute.
Barrio Logan College Institute is an after-school program for local disadvantaged kids in the neighborhood to prepare them to be the first in their families to go to college. And what's unique about the program is that it starts in 3rd grade and actually extends until college completion. So we continue to work with the kids until they finish college.
It's important for the opera to involve kids and to involve anybody in the process of creating opera in order to understand it from the inside out.
So what we did was we developed a program that would deal with music, reading, writing, adaptation, and also helping kids think about what it's like to be an artist, to actually stand in the shoes of an artist, particularly an opera librettist and a composer.
And I come in with Cynthia Stokes, and I teach the kids how to write the music to the libretto that she's teaching them to write.
So during a residency that's generally 11 to 12 weeks long, students will compose and write all the lyrics, all the music, every single note to an original opera based on a familiar story that they know.
Basically, Diary of the Wimpy Kid is kind of like journal entries that Greg writes. Greg's the main character.
You are witnessing the rehearsal, the ever wonderful rehearsal when the singers come and they meet the students. And students get to hear these voices, professional voices, sing their work.
They rehearse everything we wrote, and then they ask us questions like, do you like this? Do you want to make this louder? Do you want to like stretch the words out? And so we just tell them what we want, what sounds better.
What can we as composers do and librettists do to make that super, super clear?
We like them to observe adults performing their work for them so that they understand that there's another level of creativity, and that is interpretation. Is the adult performer singing and acting the lines that they've written and the music that they've created in the way that they intended?
Really the key idea here is that these young people create a work of art, and they think about artistic intention and about how a work of art isn't a work of art until somebody actually views it. And
that anything virtually can be sung, and that singing a scene just lifts it up to a different place.
Adrenaline rush, revolution is alarming.
It's a fun way of working. They're writing, they're composing, they're using their own ideas. And so a kid who traditionally will be the kind of kid who's got their head down on the table with their hoodie over their head is a kid who's not just sitting up but participating. Not just participating but suddenly leading the group.
I normally don't participate a lot, but when Stephanie got here, she introduced me to everyone, and I actually started talking to everyone, and I started getting involved more, and even my coordinator noticed that, and I think it's really good.
I like how you can actually express yourself in a word and put yourself in the point of the character's view, because you get to see your own creation come to life.
We work really hard to make sure that we're supporting not only the visual and performing arts standards of the city schools and the school districts that we work in, but also standards like literacy, history, social sciences. We try and involve little pieces of all of those standards in what we do with the kids.
What we really like about the partnership with the San Diego Opera is that it brings relevance to the academic support piece.
I think it's got a nice sense of just finding out where the boundaries are, breaking through the boundaries, what else can we teach, how much can we cover without being overwhelming.
It's really fun.
Take a bow. Clap it, clap it, clap it, clap it, clap it, clap. And then turn, and then you go